before I start and breaking down the teams and breaking down what I see, this, that, and the other thing, I'm going to tell you something right now. I've been watching the playoffs. I watched game 1. As I said, we're recording right now on a Saturday, which means that game 2 is tonight between Colorado and Tampa Bay. But I want to say something. As Canadians, we're very, very ignorant hockey fans. We are. It is what it is. And I understand why. It's our game. It's our thing. It's what we do. It's what we have. And we want to keep it sacred. I mean, that's why we have football that, we have 3 downs and 10 extra yards. And heaven forbid we just adopt NFL rules. But again, I can't go back into that last week. I just can't do it. So we're ignorant fans. And we're so ignorant that we come down on the Americans. We come down on the Americans because they don't have a fan base. It doesn't mean as much to them as it means to us. Blah, 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 blah. Well, you know what, Canadian fan? Let me hit you with a bit of a reality check. Hockey does mean a lot to Americans. Hockey's always meant a lot to Americans in recent, okay? I mean, we're talking that the original 6 teams, I hate to say it, but does anyone forget that there were American teams there? Do people forget that there were actually more American teams than there were Canadian teams, if I'm not mistaken? And so when I sit here and I hear, why can't the Stanley Cup come back to Canada? When can it come back to Canada? I've alluded to the whole, Gary Bettman doesn't want the cup to come back to Canada. Guys, in a weird way, I'm sorry to say, hot take, but it's irrelevant now. Okay, would it be nice? Yes. But I'm more keen on the Canadian players that are leaders winning the Stanley Cups, okay? For example, I don't know, maybe in the Stanley Cup finals, 2 of the top players are Canadian. One's a captain on one team. The other is the assistant captain, but really the star player on the other team. So we're not really losing. But I'm watching these playoffs, and these fans are engaged. Like at Colorado game 1, my goodness. Tampa Bay, they're fired up. And so, yeah, hockey's not the number 1 sport in the United States. It's NFL. We get it. NFL, NASCAR is massive over there too, or, racing sports and contests, NBA, which we'll get to in a bit too as well. Yeah, I get all that. But you know what? I think enough with it because, like I said, we're an ignorant fan up here. We think that no one else is allowed to have what we can have, and it's brutal, right? It's like, hockey is basically a Canadian's first girlfriend. You just can't see her with anybody else, and you think that they're there and yours forever. But guess what? They found someone bigger, better, stronger, more money, better looking, and that's all there is to that. So I got to say, you know what? Fan bases, they're there in the States. They're there. They're alive and well. Don't look at the couple markets. Don't look at the Arizona Sun Devils, or excuse me, the Coyotes, which is kind of sad, but at the same time kind of neat, right? Like they have the best gig. Sorry to segue here, but they got the best gig in the whole house. With all the profit sharing going on in the United States, or in the NHL, excuse me. I mean, to sit here and say that they get a 5,000 seat stadium and they still get all the perks of the NHL. Like, I don't know, is Spanos running this team? Is he out of jail? Did he come back to run this team? That's got to be the way to go. That's got to be what he's doing.
See what they bopping. You can say what you got when it's Tuesday. I be locked in.